Obviously, our defense in the second half is about as bad as it can get. They hit a couple back-breaking threes at the end of the shot clock, where we actually did play decent defense for 27 seconds. Couple one-on-one threes where we actually did play decent defense. Those broke our back, I thought. Give them credit. I thought that their toughness, their offensive toughness with the basketball against our pressure was the key to the game. They only had 11 assists, but I thought they passed the ball really well, and they were strong with the ball. But give up 57% for the game defensively, it's hard to win. You actually have no chance.
Questions?
The second half, I think they made 8 of their first 9.
Yeah, I just went over that. They made 16 to 23, 5 of 8. I give you those stats.
What defense?
We're not a good defensive team.
What went into that? What went into that defensive?
Well, I just gave them credit.
Right.
But then I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to make, because I'm not making excuses for our guys anymore. I mean, it's trained or untrained, but, they've been trained enough by now. The bottom line is if you can't guard the guy with the ball and he continually either shoots it and makes it in your face or he goes by you, or you're constantly in a rotation, then you're in a rotation and they tip it in because you're in a defensive rotation. But like when they had their second chance points, a couple on the rows, because guys in the second, because guys are getting beat off the dribble, so your big guys are rotating. So we really struggle to stay in front of the basketball. We really struggle to stay in front of it. And then when we did, like I said, they made some really tough shots when we actually did stay in front of it.
Coach, what do you think it was in the second half? Was it a lack of execution?
No, I just went over the whole second half. I'm wrong. I just did. We were terrible on defense. Their offensive execution was excellent, and they made some tough shots. We can't guard the ball. That was what happened in the second half.
Coach, Rakocevic, what kind of matchup is he that makes him
very good player? I mean, he can pass, although we didn't make him pass it. We were supposed to attack him on his dribble, and we didn't do it. But he's a talented offensive player. He's really talented. He's a senior, right? So he was I saw, in scouting him all week, he was on the top 50 players in college basketball and start the year on that movement thing. So, and I really don't know his numbers from last year, but he's a very offensively skilled player. He can do a lot of things.
Other question?
But I'll tell you this, I thought Anderson was the key to it.
Coach,
I thought Anderson really hurt us with his penetration, his strength. I know he had some turnovers, but I thought he really hurt us with his I thought he controlled the game for them with his toughness. And in the first half, he really killed us with his penetration.
Coach, you guys were pressing a lot most of the game, especially in the second half. How do you think you guys did in the full court press tonight?
Average. Just average.
Next question?
Offensively, still searching for reliable. You can get spurts out of guys, but maybe not reliable.
That's just where it's at. We're playing a lot of freshmen. We're asking Chris to get double figures every game. He averaged 4 points last year in the Pac-12. He's a much improved player from who he was last year. I'm asking him to do everything. Because right now, he had great production on the stat sheet, but defensively, he really struggled tonight. But so did his teammates. But you're right. We're a team we search. Our guard play. It's all college basketball. You got to have good guard play. Tiger's a young guy. He's trying to find his way.
Other questions?
It was also the first game you rebounded this season. Was that a tip your cap to their front line type
They
of
only
thing?
had 7 offensive. Our problem was finals, we only had 19 defensive rebounds in the game because we couldn't stop it. It's hard to get, all we did was get it out of the net, especially in the second half. But yeah, their big guys are very talented. You know, they got great size and length, big, strong physical team.
Anything else?
Coach, leading scorers for the Trojans in the second half were both seniors, Jonah Matthews and Mick. What sort of difference do you think senior leadership had in the impact of, or in the difference, in the impact on the USC team versus the UCLA team?
Oh, it matters. But I don't know if what grade you're in maybe makes it. Seniors tend to have more urgency, sense of urgency as players. I thought Matthews was great in the second half, so both those guys in the second half were great. They both shot a high percentage. So between them, I'm looking at quick math, 68 minutes, they only had one turnover. So they're both very, very good players. Very impressed. I was impressed with them all week on film.
Last one.
Keeping Onyeka, I don't pronounce the name wrong, to just 4 points. Was that your guys' strategy coming into today?
Foul trouble was really what kept him more than us. And I think he wasn't in the flow, so they went to other guys. It's just he's a great player. So I don't think it was anything we did. They just didn't go to him a lot. They went after other matchups. They went after whoever was guarding the coast of this. Went to him for it.
Thank you, Coach.
Got it. Thanks, guys.